History isn't just about the Nazis. Japan's Unit 731 committed horrors so vile, they were buried by history. Picture this: a Chinese village, 1940s, shrouded in fog. Fleas rain from the sky, carrying bubonic plague. Entire towns die in days. At the heart of this nightmare, Shirō Ishii, a scientist turned monster. Welcome to History Nerd, where we unearth the darkest chapters of the past. Today we expose Unit 731's atrocities, vivisections, plague bombs, and a deal with the devil that let Ishii walk free. Buckle up, this is a story you won't forget. Shirō Ishii was born in 1892 to a wealthy Japanese noble family. A microbiology PhD, he was brilliant but power-hungry. By the 1920s, he joined Japan's Imperial Army Medical Corps, his ambition unchecked. The 1925 Geneva Convention banned biological weapons, but Ishii saw opportunity. If they're banned, he thought, they must be powerful. With military backing, he founded Unit 731 in Harbin, Manchuria, a secret facility disguised as a disease prevention lab. Behind its walls, a human slaughterhouse was born. Ishii's dream wasn't healing, it was destruction. Unit 731 wasn't a lab, it was a nightmare. Hidden in the frozen plains of Manchuria, it processed thousands. Chinese civilians, Allied POWs, Koreans, Mongolians, even women and children. Prisoners were called logs, stripped of humanity. Inside, Ishii's team conducted experiments so brutal they rivaled the worst Nazi camps. Vivisections, frostbite tests, and plague bombs were just the start. The facility's iron gates hid screams that echoed through the night. Unit 731 wasn't about science, it was about power over life and death. Imagine being strapped to a table, no anesthesia, as doctors slice you open, alive. Unit 731 infected prisoners with plague, syphilis, or anthrax, then dissected them to study the disease's spread. Organs were removed one by one while victims screamed. No painkillers, no mercy. Some were burned or buried afterward. Others were dissected again. These weren't experiments, they were torture. Ishii's doctors, trained in medicine, became butchers, their hands stained with the blood of the innocent. To prepare soldiers for cold climates, Ishii froze prisoners' limbs until they turned black, studying frostbite's limits. But his real obsession was weaponizing disease. He bred plague-infected fleas, dropping them from planes over Chinese villages. Poisoned food and water spread cholera and typhoid. Rats carried plague into cities. Over 500,000 died in these biological attacks, entire communities erased. Ishii wasn't just killing, he was perfecting mass murder. Unit 731's horrors extended to sexual violence. Women were forced into disease-infected prostitution rings to study syphilis transmission. Some were raped repeatedly, their pregnancies tracked. Ishii also tested bioweapons on entire towns, bombing villages with cholera and anthrax. Contaminated food was given to starving civilians. Within days, towns became graveyards. This wasn't science, it was genocide, orchestrated by a man who saw humans as tools. In 1945, Ishii planned his masterpiece, Operation Cherry Blossoms at Night. Submarines would carry plague-infected fleas to San Diego, launching planes to unleash bubonic plague on American soil. The attack was set to kill thousands, maybe millions, but Japan surrendered before it could happen. Ishii's dream of global biological warfare died, but not his crimes. This was the peak of his monstrous ambition, a plan so evil it could have changed history. When Japan surrendered, Ishii burned Unit 731 to the ground, killed remaining prisoners, and erased evidence. The Soviets wanted him for war crimes, but the US had other plans. They offered Ishii immunity in exchange for his bioweapons research. The deal was struck, his data for his freedom. The US hid Unit 731's atrocities, bearing the truth to gain an edge in the Cold War. Shirō Ishii never faced justice. While Nazi war criminals stood trial at Nuremberg, he lived comfortably in Japan, dying of cancer in 1959. Some Unit 731 scientists even helped build Japan's pharmaceutical industry. The world moved on, but the victims' screams were silenced forever. Ishii's legacy is a stain on history, protected by a deal that valued knowledge over justice. Unit 731's horrors remind us that evil isn't confined to one nation or era. Over 500,000 died, countless others suffered, yet the story remains obscure. On History Nerd, we tell these stories to honor the victims and expose the truth. Shirō Ishii may have escaped justice, but we won't let his crimes fade. Subscribe, share, and join us next time to uncover another hidden chapter of history.